Jesus Disciples Seminary.
Revelation. Section 5. Revelation chapter 9.
Teacher. Bob Reed.
Chapter 9. The fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Now this is a type of Satan, or Satan, but it's just like an angel we're going to have over in Revelation a little further, who comes down and binds Satan and locks him up in a pit. But the angel is a messenger, who is Christ, and here is a fallen angel, Satan. He has the power of the bottomless pit. Later he's going to be bound in it. You see, under another whole series of things, he's bound in this thing. But it's a bottomless pit, total darkness. There arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun, see, the truth of God, the light and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. He goes out to deceive the world and the nations. There came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, just like scorpions of the earth have power. He just likens it to that. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, this is mankind, nor any green thing, see, or any tree, but only those grass or green thing or trees which have not the seal of God in their forehead. They can, only one they can, see, he says, I'll keep you from the tribulation that's to come, as it closes in. So we that stand with God don't go through the judgment of torment that these people will, whatever it is. It's not always sickness and disease or physical death, but there's a torment upon them that God lets come as the end gets near. Remember, God's in charge of all this. Nations may go hazy and scream and run, but God's letting these things come. Only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead. So long before we get to the mark of the beast, the 666, we see God sets up that it's a spiritual marking of your mind, your intelligence, your spirit, or your right hand of power. That's what you're giving over to God or the devil. To them it was given, they should not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was the torment of a scorpion when he strikes a man. Sting, cause pain. See, O wretched man that I am, tormented, guilt. In those days shall men seek death and find it not, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And now he goes into a whole Old Testament type of thing. The shape of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle. And on their heads as it were crowns of gold, and faces were the faces of men, and they had their hair, the hair of women, their teeth as the teeth of lions. They had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron. The sound of their wings was the sound of chariots, of many horses running to battle, and they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails. Everybody said, well, this is helicopters with guns sticking out the back. And their power was to hurt men 5 months. All spiritual, allegorical. We don't have to understand. Don't have to go in and try to understand teeth or hair of anything. He's just giving a spiritual, out of the Old Testament overlay of the judgment that's coming upon them. They had a king, which is Satan, over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue his name is Apollyon, which means a destroyer. One woe is past, and behold, there comes 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Now remember, we had 4 horsemen. We now have 4 angels, judgment angels, that have been bound here in this river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, a day, and a month, for a year, and to slay the 3rd part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen, here they got, these are all Chinese coming out of China. The number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses. The horses are always power, always represents power, the strength in the horses. That's why Christ rides upon the horse, but it's white, see. And here it is used for judgment. In the vision, there's it set upon them, having breastplates of fire and of brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. See, here's your power and strength are right. And out of their mouth issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. And by these three was one part of men killed by the fire, by the smoke, by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. Again, don't take that as literal death, or even 1/3 as a literal number. It's just symbolic of that judgment which will fall. For their powers in their mouth, in their tails, for their tails were like serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. The rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver, brass, stone, and wood, which can neither see nor hear nor walk. And don't lock this into some kind of idol on a pedestal in a home. This can apply spiritually to anything that's an idol to man. It can be his home, car, job, wife, money, whatever. Neither repented they of their murders, neither of their sorceries, or of their fornication, or of their thefts.
Search Jesus Disciples Seminary at Amazon.com for a companion textbook to these videos.